Yeah, hi everyone. Uh, I hope you're doing good. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, based on the geographic location you're right now. My name is Sachin. I am a corporate trainer working with Tech. I have been into the Workday ecospace for past 8 years. Uh, I've started my career in Workday only, so I only have an experience in the Workday ecospace as well as currently I'm also a MuleSoft architect. So with respect to that, I started my career in India. Currently, I'm based out of Netherlands. I'm right now working with one of the biggest virtual machine uh, software company in Netherlands as a solution architect of Workday HCM, absence, time tracking, security. Basically, I work as a product manager over my current role of the Workday implementation for this client. I have experience working as an implementation consultant as well as now a manager and an architect for in-house company. So, yeah, that is precisely more about me. Currently, I'm in India. I've been traveling in India for vacation. So, yeah, that is all about me. So, yeah, Nitin, you can start with the presentation part. You have the file. Yeah, that's let's start with the page one. Yeah. This presentation is basically have a copyright of Darentech. They are the own one because they are a private institute of training. So all the materials and what they is the outlook of this training is based out of them. They have the solely property owner for this training. So yeah, and they take care of this proper training. All right. So now what we are going to do in this basic demo is basically looking into the training and what we are going to do for the next few sessions of the training with respect to the particular one, which is HCM. The full form of HCM is Human Capital Management. And human capital management is basically the life cycle of an employee from hiring to firing and all those things which happen in the system of a particular tool known as Workday. That is what we are going to do in this particular training. All right, next, let's go to the next page.
If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell icon to get the latest updates.
So, okay, what is Workday basically? Let's start from the scratch, right? Uh, all right. In an organization, the basic thing they want to have in the system is basically an ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning. Okay, Enterprise Resource Planning is such an important key factor for an organization to have everything stabilized, have a have a system which determines their resource planning. Resource means the individuals who are working, the financial planning, their their life cycle of moving from a one from hire to promotions to maintaining their absence, their recording time, their performance, their appraisal, their firing also or layoffs also. Everything of an employee life cycle which is associated with the company into a single system. There are several kind of systems available in this world. If we talk about from the beginning, we had PeopleSoft, HRMS one. PeopleSoft is one of the old technology where Chronos is one of the technology. Core HR tool is one of the technology. And with the evolution of ERPs, there was new ERP which was introduced, which is basically Workday. Workday is one of right now is trending because of the UI, the simplicity, and the ease of working. So if I tell you on a nutshell, Workday is the Apple of ERPs, right? Because it's most simple, most easiest. But background, you need to have the knowledge of how it works. I'm sorry. Okay, so that is all about Workday. Right. I will not go like who founded it, or nobody asked this question in the interview. Right. These are lot business question, but what is the base? I go on that. So that is what is a Workday. So it is a cloud-based software tool, SaaS tool. Okay, SaaS is software as service. Companies do or subscribe that. It goes on billions of dollars of a subscription of a contract, and it gets implemented to a company's portal, and then the company employees use this particular HRIT tool. All right, next slide, please. Let's move it. I don't go this slides history. We don't. Nobody has this time to go through history. Next. All right. So, uh, when we talk about HCM, Workday HCM, I'll just give you a brief. I don't go this. Okay. So, how does a job look like for this? What is HCM first? HCM is basically human capital management. Human is like us, individuals. The capital management is basically how the life cycle work of those employees in an organization. So when we are an HCM consultant or a Workday consultant, what is how it looks like in terms of the job market? All right. Currently, the job market is very high pitch. All right. If you are working in a organization like I have never worked in US, so I directly transitioned from India. I started India with a base salary. If I talk about my life cycle, with a base salary of 4.5 lakhs, and in India I went to 35 lakhs. All right, the last salary. Currently, I am currently when I moved to Netherlands, it if I convert it into INR, it would be in 8 digits. All right, I'll tell you. All right, so that is the growth that I had, and I worked with bigger companies. All right, so that's one thing. Got certified from a smaller company, which was actually acquired by Wipro. All right. And then I switched, and I right now I'm in Netherlands. So yeah, in US also it is quite a challenging as well as quite a like competitive market. The salaries are if you're working on a contract basis, if you're a fresher, you're getting somewhere around 60 or $50 minimum per hour, and the range keeps on going. And if you have got an experience and you have been working very good, then your salary can range up to a year of 150,000 US dollar. All right. Okay. So this is the salary range. And the roles that you will get on a nutshell would be associate consultant, Workday, HCM consultant. All right. If you have gained more experience than HCM product manager, HCM product owner, HCM associate. Okay, so these would be the job roles that you can get. All right. Uh, Industries where Workday is implemented, there are a lot of industries. All right. So this is the limited one which we want to give you as a nutshell, like IT industries, e-commerce industries, and automotive industries. So there are, I'll give you the hands-on client which work on Workday. For example, Coca-Cola. Right now, Coca-Cola has implemented Workday. Unilever has implemented Workday. I have worked with Warner Bros, who is basically a film industry. They have implemented Workday. The third one, Apple has Workday, Facebook has Workday, Google has Workday. Google has the partnership service of Workday. If you go and search, all right. If you have ever used LinkedIn, just type the word on the job search Workday, and in your region, you will see n number of companies, bigger brands, and lot of opportunities. Okay, so yeah, that's how it is. Can we move to the next slide, please? So what I was stating range how it goes on. Like if you see a US basic cycle, it is basically 47,000 K to go to the max of 2,000, 200,000 US dollars based on the experience that you get and exposure you get. The more you get exposure, you will start getting more money, and it has a high value in US. All right, people are actually working on contract as well as salaried with bigger clients, and they're getting benefits. All right, right now it's a booming industries. All right, like previously when PeopleSoft was there, PeopleSoft was booming. SAP HR was there. They were also booming. Right now, Workday is booming up in United States and all across the world. All right. So remote work, and most importantly, it is a software as service uh, setup. So what it offers is basically remote jobs a lot. Okay, I have my few friends who are in New Jersey and California and Austin. They are working with service companies and they are also in Workday. So they are getting a handsome amount in their day-to-day life for Workday. All right. So yeah, let's move to the next slide, please. Let's move to the next slide. I don't want to discuss the same thing again. Yeah, since as I was mentioned earlier that which industries use, I gave you an example. If you want to if you want to cross verify that, you can actually um, go to Google and type Workday, and then there you can see the Workday customers. Just type Workday customers, and then you can see all lot of customers. All right. I have personally worked with, I think, within the span of like 8 years, I worked with somewhere around like 60 customers. Right now, I don't work with customers because I'm in house now. I'm the product manager of my own company in Workday, so I taking care of my own company's Workday. So 60 customers, a lot of customers I have worked like bigger clients. All right, so yeah, let's move to the next organization. Next slide. So, what about this course is basically what we are going to do is basically we are going to make your base strong with Workday. What is Workday? And the base part is the foundation pillar, which is of Workday HCM, Human Capital Management. That is the mother. And from the HCM part, every other advanced thing goes on. Like for if you have the core pillar concrete is ready, then you can go to the next part of other areas like Workday Absence, Workday Security, Workday Advanced Compensation, and all those things. But the Workday HCM is the base part. And if your base is strong, then you can go on the advanced part. All right, we will actually go through the every bits and pieces of everything in Workday HCM, like how a business process work, how a job profile is set up, how an employee hiring process is set up, how what are the security parts which employee data can be shared, which employee can see. All those things can be shared on this particular training. Also, we will go through how data looks in Workday. And when I talk about data, data has been extracted through reports. So Workday reports, we will see how other things will be see. All right. So what is prerequisite for this training is basically if you have any like cycle of recruitment, how a recruitment works, or any previous experience of HR, that is beneficial for you. All right. The second point is basic knowledge of SCM, SAP, HCM is recommended. It is not. All right. So that point can be eliminated. If you have experience in how hiring works already in an organization, like job application setup, then we start with the job applications done, employee has been given offer, then it goes for approval, the salary is discussed and everything. In a technical term, how it is done, that every setup is which is done in a tool, we will do that. Okay. Let's move to the next slide. So about this course, who can take up this course is basically any HR professional, all right? A worker who is MBA graduate, recent MBA graduate, finance or HR specialization, or any IT employee. All right. So those would get benefited from this course. All right. Yeah. Next, please. So in Xanadic, what they offer is basically they have a bunch of my trainers do give you training. You have the recordings. You have the recordings for a period of time. You can go through the entire recording. We ensure that my trainers are very interactive during the training. We have a lot of activities to get indulged during the training and get benefit from that. Uh, that is the primary one. We have the doubt sessions also. All right. So whatever the doubts are, you can put up your doubts, and my trainers are happy to answer that. We have a discussion board also. If you have want to put any discussion with respect to any of the training, so you want to have any uh, extra uh, extra questions or extra like doubts, so my trainers do solve that. All right. So one thing that I actually vouch for my trainers that they have a very interactive sessions, all right. And HCM is one of the exciting part of training. Once your HCM is done, then you would be happy to take more of the advanced trainings, and you would be more interested knowing the better side of it. And since you want to advance yourself in terms of knowledge, that is one aspect of taking those trainings. So yeah. So as I stated earlier, what is Workday, the entire life cycle of an employee, how it has been set up in a tool, everything with respect to employee onboarding, employee compensation, promotions, employee job changes. Like if you want to make an employee full time, then make it part time, employee termination. Entire thing has been organized in a specific way. Entire configuration of an employee life cycle is been set up in a particular tool, which day in day out companies use. And most specifically the HR team use. So in order to make the life easy for the HR, this tool and the configuration is present. Nothing technical we will go in this training, all right? This is not a technical, like there's no coding involved in this training, all right? The coding part comes into when we start when we talk with third party tool, okay? So this is more on the core concepts and configurations and everything, which a consultant uses day in day out in the life. All right. Next slide. Next slide. What we cover in this, the further, it has been divided into three parts like Workday history, structure, Workday architect, Workday implementation methodology, Workday security basis. Then we go to the Workday HCM part is overview. What we start with the overview of Workday organization. How many organizations are there in Workday? Like supervisory, pay group organization, location organization, regions. How it been divided? Staffing model. There are only two staffing model, which is position management and job management. Then we go to the jobs, job profiles, compensation, hiring workers, configure security, reporting, business process, and then any other staffing transaction. Moving ahead, after that, what we will do, like, what are the interviews questions? We will not like do like in this way, like we will finish up first part, second part, and then third part, like not that. It will be a mixed match of the things. Like my trainers would give you their experience on what would be an interview question, what would be a scenario based. So it's a duty of the mere duty of the students to pick that, all right, at that point of time and note it down. Like, okay, maybe this is an interview question or whatever it is. So my trainers would experience. So we do it, okay, in this particular training. Uh, now, yeah. Apart from that, yeah, other stuff like two, three, four, or five stuff would be taken care by the last on the third column. The last few steps will be taken care by the talent tech team with respect to how your profile should look like, what is the optimization cheat sheets and everything. So yeah, they take care of those things. All right, next slide, please. Next, please. So yeah, Workday Architecture is basically Workday is a software company that provides a cloud-based human capital management and financial management software to large and mid-sized enterprises. In terms of the organizational structure, Workday has a clear hierarchy with multiple levels of management and labor leadership. So go to the next slide, please. So how it looks like an organization structure, a hierarchy keeps maintaining, all right? Hierarchy is basically your CEO, then CEO. There would be some reportees of CEO. CEOs, reportees would have some further reportees, sub reportees, and other stuff. It is a tree structure of a hierarchy of an organization, and we need to set up that in a particular tool so that the correct job structure is been introduced, and when we navigate that, it is correctly been showcased and who is handling what sort of uh, roles and responsibility can be clearly depicted. That's how the business process and organization structure work. All right, business working like that only. We have a boss. He has some reportees. They have their roles and responsibilities. They report to a certain hierarchy, like management level, and they perform their work and their transactions. And with respect to the individual transaction that has been captured in workers such as your compensation level, your transfer, your promotions, any other stuff. All right, let's go to the next one. So Workday has a lot of things to offer. Like uh, this is one of the most important areas. So human capital management, which we are going to study, is the mother, all right, which is the base one, and it has connected with all the circles that you see from HCM to big data analysis to recruitment, talent management, time tracking, project and work management, benefits administration, project management, planning and analysis, and payroll function. From human capital management, these all solutions have been connected. In HCM, we are going to understand the base of that and how it gets connected with other modules. All right. And this is the major part of the training. All right. If you are HCM certified or HCM guy, you will have the knowledge of other areas also. And that is one of the key and benefits by taking the training. Right. Please get to the next slide. Next slide, please. Meanwhile, do you have any questions as of now? Yes, I think I have covered a lot. Any question from anyone?
Hi, Nag. Uh, I have some doubts. Like this training is related to or techno-functional or technical.
This training is related to everyone, right? Even if you're techno-functional or technical, it is needed. If you're aware of the configurations, concept, then with respect to the integration and technical part, you would face challenges. All right, I can understand what you're coming from because you are on a technical side. So most integrations and everything which is
Yeah,
connected to
correct.
third-party systems, for example, core connectors, Pechi, or a studio. All right.
Mhm.
If you are working with any third-party payroll, for example, ADP or anything, Pechi gets configured. All right. But with respect to Workday, if you don't know the terminologies, okay, what it's getting connected, how it would look like in the job history from the functional standpoint or inbound or outbound integration, then it it would get difficult for you.
Yeah, that's what actually basically currently I'm working as a technical PeopleSoft technical consultant.
Yeah,
So I'm looking for a technical.
yeah.
So
This
like
is your
for
base.
the technical guy, functionally required or not?
Hello.
For the technical guy, functional. Yeah, hello,
Mm-hmm.
hello.
Yeah, I can hear you.
For the technical guy, functional is required or not? That is my doubt.
Yeah, it is required. It is required. For a technical guy, it is required. The core concept is required.
Okay. So, like in our before, like 4 or 5 slides before, slides before, you explain only functional. So you did not explain anything in this slide for the technical. So in this, course, technical also will be covered, right?
Uh, this so now I want to take you back. Okay. So Workday Technical is basically into the two parts, which is Workday integrations and Workday HCM overview. Alright. HCM overview is the major part of this training. Okay, how a functional world would look like, how what it would do on this part. Training is actually very useful for the Workday technical part because when they would build Workday integrations with respect to the outbound integrations or inbound integrations, if they don't have the overview of the Workday HCM functional side, then it gets very difficult for them with respect to connect with the third party integrations or the inbound integrations. That is why for functional it is mandatory. For integrations, yes, it is recommended to take it because if they are not functionally strong, then they would have issue. The trainer who is going to provide you the training, his name is Arpit. He he is a Workday Extend Workday Integration Studio consultant. All right. I and him started the career together.
Okay.
He got first certified in Workday Functional HCM. Then he did Workday Integration Overview. So right now he is an architect. He is also in your. He's into Workday Technical right now. All right, but he is functionally very strong. So functionally, you need to be very strong if you want to have technical on this Workday part. The technical part is like pretty similar that you are working right now. It's basically XSLT data transformation and everything, correct? That you do day in day out. All right, but there is slight
Yeah,
change in
correct.
Workday. All right, little bit
Yeah.
change in Workday. Okay, the syntax remain the same. All right, the base remain the same. Since you are coming from PeopleSoft, just one urge is like don't mix match what PeopleSoft does and what Workday does. When I was doing my training, a lot of PeopleSoft trainers were not trainers, consultants were there. They were mixing with Workday, and they had faced a little bit of challenges during the examinations.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's it. And one more like how to find out a job. Like I'm having 10 years of experience PeopleSoft as a techno functional and technical consultant. Like how to try from outside, like from PeopleSoft
Yeah, yeah.
to Workday, like as a fresher. Do we need to find out the job, or do we need
Your
to find
company is
put some
Workday. So
experience?
you are in Cognizant, CTS, correct? CTS is a partner of Workday.
Yeah,
You can
Cognizant
try.
having working. Yeah,
They have
correct,
right
correct.
now. They have taken over, acquired collaborative, correct?
Yeah,
So
correct.
you can try for IJP for that, and it's very easy for you to get into an internal job posting. Okay, but if you're not, then see, there are a lot of customers in India, outside of India, who are actually hiring mass. All right, and coming from a tech part, it would be not that difficult for you to transition on that. But if you search on a word Workday and search it on LinkedIn, okay, n number of jobs, n number. If I say n number, right now I
Yeah.
tried. If you do it now, you will see it. Just search Workday on the job section from LinkedIn, and you experience how many experience you have. Or if you're a fresher, it will give you n number of results. So, job wise, it is not that difficult. I assume that the like last year July till October, things were very slow down. Okay, that quarter was very slow down, but after that it started picking up because a lot of layoffs have happened, and now they have a crunch of resources, and they have started re resourcing and other stuff. So again, it has started. So yeah, this is the life cycle, and definitely I I started my workday journey in 20s. I think yeah, 2015 I started. Okay, until then, I have not faced any like difficulty with respect to the changes. And also, there were my colleagues who came from PeopleSoft, working with TCS and other stuff, and they have transitioned from Workday. So, in terms of that transition, I personally don't feel you will have so difficulty. There are numerous number of ways to get into Workday ecospace into a different world. All right, if that answers your question,
Yeah,
I hope.
yeah. Doubt is like and yeah, doubt is like do we need to find a job with a zero experience in Workday, or do we need to put some like for the zero experience will we get the job, or do we need to put around 3 years? That's what
See what by
I'm
hook or
trying to
crook
ask.
you have to find it out. I'm not a recruiter, okay? I'm a consultant, I'm a product manager, all right? I have a genuine experience, I'll tell you that. But that is something
Yeah.
that you can talk to the Zarantech folks, how they do it, like making a fake experience or something, if they do it. I
Mm.
personally don't feel that you need to put it down with respect to that. If you are struggling enough to get some of the things, then it's fine to add some of the elements of workday in your current project, or you're not on that part. Okay, all right. So that is not my expertise on
Okay.
telling
Okay.
what to write on that. Correct. I I don't indulge into those things. These are something that these sales and representatives aren't a good take care of.
Okay. Okay.
I hope I hope
Thank
that
you.
answers your question. Yeah. All right. Let's move to the next one,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So what day HCM, the benefits of Workday application is flagged. The Workday application, where it has been implemented, it's been implemented in banking, healthcare, higher education, state and local government, life sciences, manufacturing, and professional business services. So what they meant to say on this particular side, basically, the Workday HCM part is this particular suite is implemented in a lot of organizations, all right? And when it gets implemented in a lot of organizations, there are a lot of different challenges and different exposure to with respect to those companies which have implemented Workday. All right. So what it brings out of you a lot of exposure. All right. How a different industry works. Maybe a manufacturing industry which has implemented Workday in a different way. Like for example, I'll take an example. Like their hiring process is like if an employee gets hired, if the compensation they have, like for example, for a job profile, like take an example, software engineer part one. All right. If the job salary range is about $100,000, and if somebody during the negotiation, if the negotiation comes around like 120, okay, 120,000 dollars. So then the approval will go to the senior level director. All right. Those processes, how it been these kind of scenarios, how it has been set up in the system, can be seen in this particular training. All right, how we can make those changes, how can we can make these kind of things. Similarly, if a firing is happening of a manager, then the approval should go to the CEO. I'm just giving you a hypothetical example how things move around in the world. So yeah, these are the key benefits of having the training at HCM. HCM is the mother, and uh, I predominantly vouch on taking first HCM. If you have not taken HCM, then everything would be on vague side. So yeah, next slide, please. Okay, next slide, please. So why we choose Workday is basically if you see the why it has been benefited. Workday has been actually booming up with, and I stated my first statement is that it's the Apple of ERPs. It's basically the user interface. It's so simple user interface, so eye catchy. Not like the way PeopleSoft and SuccessFactors were there, like the old school boring interface. All right, it's very simple, very eye catchy interface of Workday. All right. They have also implemented Workday has also collaborated with generative AI. So more functionality has been taken up on this particular area, the agility and user interface and human capital management. That's why it has been like one of the best use for ERP right now in the market. Yeah, let's move to the next slide. So in terms of Workday job readiness program, what they have is basically my consultants, my trainers would give you once your training is done, like during the course of training, they will try to give you the industry benefits, how an industry works, what the practical scenarios are there, how things move in a practical world. They would provide you like if a scenario comes up, what would be your solution? The rest thing is basically you think of how things move ahead. You come up with the scenario and they would provide you a solution in a practical world. All right. What they have faced, challenges in their current role or previous role. That would help you to put it in your CV. And you can put it those things in your CV and can have a job readiness for those who are applying for new job positions. All right. Can next slide. What is the job role of a workday consultant? So a workday consultant is basically analyze the requirement which comes from the business. Okay, connect with the product owners, connect with the team, make a strategic plan, and configure those solutions in the system for the people. Right. The main role is to assist the organization to implement the whole system and to support the business operation and processes. So what it includes basically when we talk about implementing the solution, implementing the configuration, creating the post, providing training, and other stuff in our organization. Yeah, next slide, please. Next slide. Now moving to the end of the part, like why you choose Valentine is basically because of me and my trainer. Okay, no, Valentine offers a lot of things. All right, they have a very good GMS, or what I would say, the LMS portal where you have all the videos, all the training materials, very good presentation slides they have, and of course the trainers who put some of their hours from their busy schedule to provide you the training. So that is one of the one. The trainers are based out of a different location. All right, that it needs to be modified now because now we have been also on the global. I operate from Netherlands. My trainers are from different regions. All right, of the world, and the trainers are pretty experienced. All right, the trainers are pretty experienced. The trainers that I collaborate with Guaranteed on a senior level, and they are all Workday experience, pretty much hardcore Workday experience, and now working with bigger clients. Okay, next, please. Next, please. This is Glavin. Okay, since I already explained the same thing, that why you choose to Guarantee is basically their training. Once you provide the training, they would provide you the job readiness program, which basically make yourself ready for the market to take out some job. They have this program also, which is an additional thing which I think do not other training institute do not provide that. I think none of them provide that. They have come up with this unique idea with interview preparations, resume, and everything. They take care of your candidature. All right. So for every workday course, students get full course, which includes section PPTs, assignments, assessment, and lab samples and everything. And rest of the things they take care of the market part. So next slide, please. So yeah, whatever they said, these are their items. Like whatever you can see from this slide. These are the marketing things, all right. So I don't indulge in these other things, but yeah, they are pretty good in terms of the training part. Next, please. The learning management system that I stated earlier, LMS, they have 1 year access to the recording sessions, lifetime access to the materials, and they have the tech support also if you are facing an issue with working on of the tenant or any other technical issues. That support team would help you out. Next slide, please. They have a LinkedIn Learner community page also where they post a lot of active items. You can search it on LinkedIn Workday Learner community page. Here you will get a lot of actionable and learning items. So yeah, they do a lot of stuff apart from providing training. Next. Yeah. So now it's time for you to ask me questions and I can answer those for you.
Yeah, hi. I have one question. I'm Sujata. When the person is having a 10 to 15 years of experience with non-human resource applications experience, how it helps when we are learning newly? We need to keep some other projects experience which is having an SEO.
Since you are a project manager, okay. So with respect to that, if you have a knowledge of an ERP system or any of the system, all right, you can, you know how software lifecycle works, correct? That is what you work. Okay. With respect to Workday, if you have a technically sound right now, so when a implementation happen of Workday, it also goes through a same process. Okay, like requirement gathering, then requirement sign off, and then collaborating with the stakeholders. Correct. Then
those things we can cover it, but if somebody asked in the interview, who is your client, then if they check my company background of the clients, if that is not there, then it will be a problem, right? Workday, I think
it doesn't matter that if you have a client, okay, if you have worked in-house, then
Mm-hmm.
it does not matter all the time that you have a client. Okay. What if in your company
Oh.
Workday is already there? Correct.
Mm-hmm.
You can collaborate that, you can state that you have their own, you have worked in your own company on that. Okay. And when they do background check will only refer to your position and reference check as that person worked in that company or not. That's it. Nothing more than that. I suppose that's how it works.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Uh, this is
And
Basalraj.
what? Okay.
Y- Hello.
Yeah, you can go
Yeah.
ahead. You can go ahead. I'm okay.
Okay. So you will be the trainer for our next session, like.
No. I manage things, so that I manage things. I take very less trainings. I take most advanced trainings. I have another trainer named Arpit. He would be taking care of the training. He's great professional of Workday HCM and integrations. He's a tech guy. He doesn't take care of the demos. He's a senior guy. So any demos and anything, I take care of it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Because
he is
my
one. Yeah.
concern is like the training session, is it going to cover only the basics of Workday? Like I am looking for more this a day-to-day consultant, what the responsibilities will be there for like a minimum 3 to 4 years guy, what cases he will handle. I was looking for more into the real-time
See,
scenarios to work
Okay.
on.
yeah, yeah. So that is how it goes. All right, I'll tell you. So in HCM training, okay. So yes, the the picture that you guys have now, the HCM basics and everything. When you start the training, now you will understand what the heck is. It is so deep in terms of configuration, in terms of looking into the picture. It is not like drag and drop things. All right, it's more on the part of a functional, how things move around the world of configuration, how a requirement comes and how it moves around. And the trainer would provide you the details about, okay, this scenario has come, how things would move ahead. So those day-to-day activities, as I stated in my previous comment, that the trainer would share its feedback and everything, experience, industry one, everything would be covered in that particular training. Okay,
Okay.
if that may answers your question. All right, we will actually configure entire configuration, how if a new company has come up, how a Workday implementation is done for that company in this particular training, from scratch, from job profile creation to hiring to everything. And also the trainer would give you some exams tips also, and some activities. It is involved with activities and everything, so that you guys have hands-on experience during the training on every aspect. It's not that he will walk you through in with everything and you will just watch out like a cinema. You will have to do the configurations too with respect to once how it goes. Like few of the a few days he will give you the basics and he will give you small homework like to do that. You will get a tenant, which is basically the working platform, and there you all work will do the actual work. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Any questions? Any more questions? Please feel free to ask. I have several minutes.
Yeah, I have one more question. I'm sorry. Um,
Hmm.
HCM consists of, I think, all modules, right? Recruitment, payroll, some other modules
HCM,
of human resources.
HCM is the base. HCM is the base.
It's the
Okay.
base. So if we
It
want,
if you
do
want,
we need to
if you
learn
know,
all the other modules also?
it depends on your interest, what you want to learn. I do,
Oh,
I am HCM. I started with HCM. I know every module, right? But I have not learned everything. It's like it's working with other modules. I started having that. Okay. I don't know everything. Like, for example, I don't know talent performance because that does not excite me. But in HCM, I know how the base is clear that how talent performance works. If any
mhm.
query or any configuration comes up with talent performance, I would be able to do
Okay, fine. Thank you so much.
it. You're welcome.
Anamika here. I have a
Yeah.
question. One of the slides that you were showing, it said that if you are not, if you don't have a background of HR or MBA, any of those things, then go back on the teaching access and learn the jargons of the HCM, HR, and HRIS. So I did try that, but I mean, all the three, the words were the same, but the concepts in all the three, I didn't find it to be very different. I mean, you're going to be telling about the difference in later when we have the regular classes, right? I mean, because while I was
Yeah.
reading it, I couldn't find much of the difference. I mean, maybe I didn't understand properly or what, but
Like,
yeah.
like what? Like what? May I please understand that? I sorry, I couldn't understand you. Like,
Yeah, sure. So
what
like
do you
in
want? Yeah, like,
So like the jargons of HR, HCM, and HRS, RIS. So like the words like the
so,
talent acquisition, talent management, and
yes,
uh, yeah, like these two words are coming in both. In talent management is again coming in jargons of HRIS. So these words are coming in all three of those, like in
so what is
human
basic?
resource, in
Yeah,
yeah. So
so,
what's the difference? I mean, since it was written in your slide, that's why I wanted to know, because I mean, I don't find much of a difference in the
no, no,
three.
no.
I mean,
There is a huge amount of difference. Okay, what is HRIS?
okay,
HRIS is a human resource information system. It can be Workday,
yeah,
it can be PeopleSoft, it can be Oracle. Correct. Talent
yeah,
management is basically how a worker's talent is been managed, correct? With respect to three of these different tools. Talent
right.
acquisition is basically recruiting, all right? These are not
Mm-hmm.
the jargon, these are three separate things. How talent acquisition work in an organization. When a hiring
Mm-hmm.
comes, it goes through talent acquisition to find a worker, then it gets
Mm-hmm.
hired. The hiring from the position of hiring to its firing, it is maintained in
Mm-hmm.
HRIS, okay, in the HRIS
Okay.
system. All right, the
Okay.
entire life cycle. Talent acquisition is
Okay.
basically identifying a worker, and now management is basically once a worker is into the HRA system, the promotion,
Mm-hmm.
the firing, and everything, how it is been managed, that has been taken care on that part. Okay?
Okay, got it. Yeah. So these things would be explained, right? I mean,
Yeah,
once.
yeah, exactly.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Any
Yeah,
other
so
question?
Nagesh here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nagesh,
Nagesh
yes.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, is it required to get a job? Certification is
No,
required. Workday
no,
certification.
no,
Okay.
no. Certification is just a merely
So without
peer,
certification also we can get the job.
I lost my certification. I was working with partner, okay, Workday partner. After that, I went to Workday customers. I was
Uh-huh.
implementing a lot of things. Okay, it was just like during those when I did certification, there was kind of a belief that oh certification matters, but does not matter. It matters your knowledge matters and your experience matters. Okay, so no
Okay.
certification
So
matters.
nothing but without certification
Without
also we can get a job, right?
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, any other thing? If there is nothing, I have to conclude my session. Thank you so much. Appreciate your time and have a good one. See you guys on the training from the next week. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you.